And we're live. Welcome back to another episode of the Keep It Pushing podcast. I am your host, Jesse Garcia, accompanied by my co-host.
I'm Helito the Vibes, and we're back for a great episode.
Dude, WrestleMania was crazy. And if there's one takeaway that I took away from WrestleMania, I believe in Joe Hendry. Dude, he's the shit, bro. That was a cool last-minute opponent for Randy Orton, bro.
It was perfect.
It was a cool way to merge both worlds.
When you hear who could have been the opponents,
Nick Aldis,
Jeff Hardy's name got apparently.
Jeff Hardy would have been a dope one.
I think I would have screamed like a fucking
fucking rock out. Yeah, that would have been dope.
But Joe Henry was what it needed to be. Short, sweet.
A little longer, maybe. It was a 3-minute match, bro. That's crazy. That tripped me out when Miggy told me. Shout out to you, Miggy. We had
we had a fucking blast.
And we'll go into shit we did and gambling and all that shit. But talk about it was fucking So Joe Hendry, I feel like it was 3 minutes. It should have been closer to 6 and a half.
What was it? The match itself was 3 minutes.
Yes, and not counting the entrances.
Yeah.
So
it could have been, you're right. It could have been like a little 10-minute-er.
Maybe that's stretching it, but maybe under 10. Anything but 8 minutes is fair, But I love that Randy Orton did the
he posed.
That was tight.
Perfect.
That was tight. Perfect. By the way, that guy has top 10 poses in the game. Or top 10 signatures.
For sure.
Him timing the music and knowing when to step. You see him rock. When he's doing
he's rocking. No, he's vibing.
He's slow walking, and then he finally gets up on the thing and just a fucking sculpture.
There's one.
What's that shit they have in Rome with the dick? What's his name? what's his
name?
It's
not David. King David?
Is it King David?
You're talking about the one that
schlong wasn't king worthy.
It wasn't.
That was Prince David.
No. It was dude.
That was Joust David.
What's so funny? Just
do you think there was a difference in? Do you think schlongs have gotten bigger with time? That was a small piece of meat, dude.
Well, what I was gonna say, it's crazy about how those times, the physique itself, the way it was sculpted, is what was important, and not the schlong.
So it was the abs, not the schlong.
They wanted to get the proportions of the abs, the way things move.
Oh, so the schlong varied in size. It could have been they ran out of clay that day.
You know what I'm
blame
saying?
it on that. I
feel like they just got whatever.
If I'm David and I'm looking at it, I'll be like, they ran out of clay that day. There weren't enough clay for all of this.
No.
Okay, schlongs aside. Randy Orton's pose is
Randy had the biggest schlong.
is esque of that.
Yes.
It's just
yes. No, it's
there's a word for it.
Aura,
but it's elegant. It's
I think I know where you're going. I just
what I mean. It's like a effortless.
Enjoy me.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Just enjoy me.
And he got the body of Batista later on in life. He had you could put Batista's head on his body, and that's Batista.
There's one when he came back from his most recent neck injury, where you could see it where he's rocking out. And bro, the pop that he damn, that little ASMR,
I heard that crack. That was nice.
When he hits the pose, bro, it's magnificent.
Yeah, it's great. It's
a thing of beauty.
That was a disappointing side note. That was disappointing as fucking Dave Batista.
Disappointing in what way?
He hasn't been a part of it anymore.
He retired.
But he did the John Cena
he
it's
retired,
done.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's
but
fair.
I will say
I don't know if he has any space in it now.
No, he doesn't have the passion for it.
Not only that, what would you?
What do you mean?
By the way, I'm still. Whoa.
Yeah. Still recovering.
I'm the only. Yeah, I mean, it's great to see Cena win the title. Obviously, kid me is cool, but let's talk a little bit on it.
Go for it.
He wins his title.
Yeah.
He goes heel. Mm-hmm. I'm playing into it where I'm on the good guy side now.
Yeah.
1 night before WrestleMania, crowd turns. Everybody's fucking.
Yeah.
Whoa. Up until this point.
Yeah. I thought that. Well, it's Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock was supposed to be the ultimate good guy. You get to WrestleMania, and
shit changes.
Everybody's freaking on Hulk Hogan, Hulkster, and it's.
Do you think shit changes overnight with Triple H? Like, not saying that Cody Rhodes was supposed, because I'm in a fucking Cody Rhodes jacket, but not saying Cody Rhodes was supposed to win on Friday, and then he heard that and was like, oh, let's change. But just throughout the time, do you feel like the crowd or
the creative team definitely pivots. Like, they definitely,
I'm sure,
like, work on the fly. And I think we'll get that in that documentary that we're getting.
Yeah. Because it's like, maybe so-and-so was supposed to win tonight, but fuck, it's like, not, that's not going to work. Like,
that happens often. Some of them don't even know until like
day of,
night of, or in gorilla position.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But so it was cool to see John Cena win number 17. Obviously, that was fucking sick.
That was, his heel turn's been great, but the problem is we're all getting tickets for WrestleMania because we want to see John Cena.
That for sure, and I think Triple H knew that and took that into consideration. That's why I gave him the title. I, as a fan of the storytelling, was like, it's a little too obvious for WrestleMania. Like, maybe they'll wait. Isn't there like an event in Boston coming up soon?
It's towards the. It's like, I think it's his last date.
Oh, it's his last date. Okay, I didn't know this.
They're calling it the Ruthless Aggression or something like that.
Yeah. I didn't know that was his last date. I thought it was maybe sooner than that, but I thought he could get it like somewhere there or
it's in Boston
or somewhere else. Yeah. I didn't think he would get it at Mania. He did. Super cool to see. I'm playing into the thing where I'm supposed to be on Cody's side. Fucking crowd turns Friday, and it's a Cena fest.
Yeah.
And then great, right? But it makes me feel like there's a lot of bandwagon, and let me mean by that. So when we were going through the Cena era, everybody, you can't wrestle, he says it in his heel turn. It's like, you fucking chanted, you can't wrestle at me.
Yeah,
all this shit he's saying in his heel turn is like legit shit.
Yeah. No, dude. Like, as a Cena glazer, I think I've been there. Like, he became big at a perfect like age for like us, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you want to believe in somebody. There's this guy that's fucking cool and wins everything.
I have a question side real quick for all the John Cena glazers, including you. Can he wrestle?
Yes.
He can wrestle.
I believe so.
Okay.
And I think he proved that in like the mid 2010s when that was a thing and everybody was saying he couldn't wrestle and he was pulling out.
So the Randy Orton feud type shit, you think that feud
post like in that time, yeah, like he was busting out moves. Like when AJ Styles came to WWE, he was busting out moves.
The phenomenal one. Yeah. He deserves his props.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. He was pulling out moves that he never really did before. He's kind of like, you compare him to Jey Uso.
Dude, I was thinking just that.
Yeah, 5 moves of doom. You know, where it's like, he has these 5 moves. That's how he wins. That's it.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, same thing.
Yeah.
You get me, Hulk Hogan, same thing.
So it's one of those, if you want fucking like acrobatics, go watch Lucha Libre. Is that what it is?
No, sometimes it's simple is better in their world, I think, where it's like, granted, we want to see the extravagant things. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm like, now I look at like a Seth Rollins, like, you're fucking amazing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I think for somebody like a John Cena or Jey Uso, their charisma, their character takes them further than their wrestling really does.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So their wrestling's just like, you know how they're going to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. I think this new age of wrestlers, Dominic Mysterio, which we'll get into, and great to see him win. Shout out to Dirty Dom. But I think this new age of wrestlers are really stepping up. Not to say that the athleticism wasn't always there, because these guys are since the 80s, these guys are working 280 days, whatever, right? But it's like the UFC. It's like the early guys were fucking good. Yeah. They were great. But the development has, maybe that, whatever, but the development has gotten so much better, and there's so much more money being pumped into it now, that these guys are just maybe have better recovery, maybe have better training, maybe have better people teaching them new moves, whatever, that the acrobatics and like the fucking performance, I guess, esque of it in stage is becoming like, I think after this new regime, is there a name for this new era?
Not yet. I mean, the Triple H era.
The Triple H era. But whatever this new era is, it's gonna. I guess it's gonna change it.
You could call it the TKO era,
or you could call it the Netflix era, too. Because I think that's what they called it on the first episode of Raw on Netflix. No, the Netflix era.
I think just because it was on Raw, like the Raw, like Netflix era.
Okay, but still, everything's gonna be on Netflix. Everything is on Netflix already.
Bro, every other country has everything else. SmackDown,
and you see how they do it? Like, oh, watch it exclusively on Peacock in the U.S. and everywhere else on Netflix.
Like, bro, give it to us.
Yeah, give it to us already.
I mean, unless it's a contractual thing.
There's a lot of cash.
Well, yeah, you got it.
There's a lot of cash. Okay, where were we talking about? Oh, so the question was, can Cena wrestle? Yes, he has a couple moves, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was
like
cool.
even he says it. Like, I could easily go out there and do the greatest hits.
Yeah,
and he does. Bro.
Yeah,
we're all here. I'm here to see the fucking 5-knuckle shuffle.
I mean, now, but I'm talking about early on.
In the middle. Okay, so yes, in the middle of it. Because,
in the middle of the Cena era, when people were chanting, "You can't wrestle."
I think it was just tough because he never lost. I think if you go back then, and there's people like Umaga, Bobby Lashley, some
Roman Reigns.
No, not entirely, because Roman Reigns was still like kind of finding his character. But I would say those two are huge. And there's a bunch of talent, like even Dolph Ziggler. Like,
are you talking about no losses or
they never got a chance to be a WWE champion because you're up against Super Cena.
Okay. Oh, that's what you're saying.
He's not going to lose.
Yeah.
You get me?
Bobby Lashley was the shit.
Bobby Lashley, bro. I was a big Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley was the shit. Yeah.
And it's tough that, and even Umaga is like, bro, they talk about him like he's like one of the greatest, but he has like maybe 2 title opportunities that he got. Yeah. And guess who he fought? John Cena. And he's supposed to be the big monster that fucking takes over, and John Cena, of course, beats him.
Bro, and it's like, there's that clip of Umaga, and he's fighting, I don't forget who, I think it's Shawn Michaels in there, and like a couple, and he gets hit with like everybody's finisher, and that's what it takes to put him out. So you're telling me fucking John Cena?
So exactly, bro, I think they had a street fight type match. And the way bro, honestly, like if you look at it, bro, Umaga should have won that match. Yeah. And John Cena won by getting the ropes and like getting him an STF and then like choking him out. Yeah. And it's like,
STFU.
I know. Dude, I think the AA used to be the FU.
Yeah.
I hate the AA. I remember like when
Alcoholics Anonymous.
I hate when I came back to wrestling and I saw that they changed the name. I'm like, bro, that's the FU. It's not the AA. Yeah. It's a playoff fucking Brock Lesnar's F5.
It's so weak. Yeah. Okay. So Cena winning Mania, great. Mm-hmm. As a Glazer, you're saying he can wrestle.
Yes.
I don't like that people turned on Cody so easily. And I love that they're doing that build now where it's like they're putting like these ominous photos up of him like walking through this empty hallway with his wife holding hands, and it's like his head down. It's like, I'm rooting for Cody, man.
Yeah, no, I get
I'm rooting for Cody, man. I fuck with Cody, dude.
Cody's my guy. But you put him up against the one guy.
The lisp.
Yes.
The one guy that anybody else in the organization, including Roman Reigns, he has a shot at.
Yeah.
He has a shot at being the remaining face through.
Yes.
You know, but dude, what's crazy is the WWE and that fucking bald fraud, The Rock.
Oh, bro. He's got
and you mean a lot to me. And you're a piece of shit for not showing up at Mania, dude.
Did you see the TikTok I sent you earlier?
No. I need him to understand this. Hey. Dude, there was people literally standing up when like it would go like quiet for a second, and then people would stand up, nothing with their cameras. People would stand up, nothing with their camera. And finally,
Travis Scott comes
Shut up. Okay. Finally, there's a second of silence. The lights turn off. And fucking Fiend comes on, and Travis walks out through the fucking. That's when you knew. You're waiting. You're like, all right, are they gonna?
You know what's fucked up about that?
Are they gonna? Stop it, fucking! Are they gonna interrupt? Are they gonna interrupt Fiend and the Rock and how it's gonna walk the final boss? And you're waiting. Ni vergas.
And I think that was the most deflating part of it.
Yes,
I think it's. Hey, shout out Travis Scott.
Shout out Travis Scott, dude. That was cool. It was cool to see.
But I think that's why everybody freaked out when his music came on, because they were waiting for
The Rock.
If you smell, yeah, and bro, everybody would have. Oh my god,
that place would have erupted. Yes. Oh, and I don't like at this point, right? I thought there would be a bigger storyline with The Rock, but at this point, I don't understand why Cena turned heel. Why? Is it because they thought that Cena turning heel would get people to support Cody and like build Cody up as a character?
Listen, I think now forget about Travis Scott and The Rock at Elimination Chamber. Imagine they're not there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the point is John Cena's not here to play fair. I'm here to play dirty because I want number 17, and I'm going to take number 17. I think that's the whole purpose of why he turned heel. It's fuck all that. But now with The Rock going on Pat McAfee and pretty much throwing everybody under the bus and saying that
he did it because they needed ticket sales.
Exactly.
Huh.
So by
Which
saying
is disrespectful.
by saying that, you eliminate the fact that there's even a story of the final boss. Where here's what pisses me off about it, bro. A year ago, after WrestleMania and Cody Rhodes won.
Wait, I had a question about, you said that Cena, what did you just say about Cena? That it was that he's not playing fair to take 17?
Yeah, he's going to take number 17.
Cool. But after that, he had already had his chance to take number 17.
Yeah, and he got eliminated by Jey Uso.
What do you mean? Yes, at the Royal Rumble, but then he won the Elimination Chamber. No, CM Punk. No, yeah, he won the Elimination Chamber. So at that point, regardless, he still he won it in a dirty way, but it wasn't dirty enough for people to say, "Oh, Cena's turning heel." Mm-hmm. It was with the help of Seth Rollins, which should have been for everybody as a light to think, "Oh shit, Seth Rollins is going full heel," right in front of our eyes, right? Yeah. So he won. It was dirty, but it wasn't heel. He didn't turn heel because of it. Like if he wins the Elimination Chamber the way that he wins, he still gets a shot at Cody Rhodes, and there is no, he needs to take number 17 and he's going to play dirty by it. You already have a chance to take number 17.
Yeah. But even the way he won, like off of like Seth Rollins stomping CM Punk, and then he drags him in and then chokes him out.
Yeah.
Right? It's like by any means necessary.
I understand. Yeah. But when you saw that, did you immediately after think, oh, John Cena's a heel now?
No, I just thought it was a weird way for him to win.
Weird way for him to win. Right. Yeah. But you didn't
it was think,
like, so, we don't do that, so if my question again is, so if you're not using The Rock and the final boss in this storyline, then why did John Cena turn heel?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's just any means necessary. I'm not going to play nice to you.
But then you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he had already won the Elimination Chamber. He had his shot at Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. But I think it's just, at this point is Cody Rhodes has to be the good guy. And it's just like, I think the whole point of him turning heel is just, let's just do something that's going to surprise everybody and shock.
So do you think that kind of the heel turn backfired on them because now Cody's like...
I think having The Rock and Travis Scott was the backfire. I think John Cena turning heel was always going to break like news and be
so you're just talking about... So that's what I don't understand, dude.
With what?
Because he
with
did
me or with just
no with John Cena. Like he didn't need to do what he did in order to win 17, bro. What I thought was gonna happen out of this John Cena storyline with Cody after he wins the Elimination Chamber.
What they made us believe, really.
What I thought was this. What I thought is he wins the Elimination Chamber because shit, you knew Jey Uso when he won fucking Royal Rumble, he was gonna call out Gunther. Like that was obvious, right? Next, you get John Cena winning the Chamber. All that's left is Cody Rhodes. You know John Cena's going to win the Chamber because you know everybody wants him at Mania. Mm-hmm. You know? Go. Say what you got.
I was going to say, what fucks this all up is that The Rock threw everybody under the bus.
Hold on. We'll get there. So John Cena wins the Chamber. He goes on to fight for number 17 at Mania, right? Besides marketing... the heel turn to me wasn't necessary. I thought what would happen would be Cody Rhodes now faces John Cena and Cody Rhodes becomes a heel, which is which
could have happened.
Which is what has happened, basically. You know what I mean? Because you could even have thrown him in with Seth Rollins or whatever him and Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker got going on now over there.
Yeah.
They're saying a lot of people are saying Cameron. What's his last name?
Oh, Carmelo Hayes?
Carmelo Hayes. They're saying that could be
that'd be fire.
That'd be fire.
That'd be really fire.
That'd be really fire. They're doing like a modern Shield or something.
Modern day Evolution.
Evolution. Yeah. So they're saying Carmelo Hayes would be a good one. Okay. So I could have seen Cody Rhodes turning heel after that, or Cody Rhodes just being the bad guy for a little bit, whatever. I don't. If there's no Rock, why because you're thinking he comes in, I need a champion and this and this, right? So now you're thinking, okay, he has Cena. Cena's his champion. He could get another champion. Now he's building a team of fucking super heels and going out. And so it makes me think that this John Cena heel turn was like a waste of time, bro. Or maybe it's that now he'll do anything. He'll play dirty to keep the title. Because he didn't need to play dirty to get the title. He had already won Elimination Chamber. The next match was Cody Rhodes.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it goes back to what The Rock is saying is true. Because if you don't have The Rock coming in with Travis Scott and doing that whole heel turn as bad as it was, just like if you don't have Gunther and Jimmy Uso and their bloodbath to promote Jey Uso's fight, or Jey Uso's match, now there's...
But, okay, that's why I say that. And that's why I say take The Rock.
Now it's bland.
Take The Rock and take Travis Scott the fuck out of it, right? I don't think it needed it at this point. If the whatever... Again,
Not at all.
Again, if The Rock is really throwing... Because this could easily be him just swerving us.
Who?
The Rock. He could come out SummerSlam and it all ties in and it all makes sense.
I don't even want him in front of the
Exactly.
I don't even want him
But the
there.
fact that he threw everybody under the bus was like, it was for ticket sales. It's like, well, bro, what the like?
So as a fan, like what?
You know
Fuck
what I
me?
mean? Fuck the story that I was trying to like
Believe.
You know what I mean? Or fuck the story that I'm currently watching and invested in. I'm confused now.
So fuck season 7 is what you know what I mean, or season 41 is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that he didn't show up. CM Punk said you're a bald fraud, and I agree with CM Punk. Yeah.
Fuck your goosebumps.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he really disappointed me for not coming out. Or at least finish the motherfucking story, bro. Because I want to know why the fuck you were even out there.
I don't know.
Cursing, but
I don't know. You don't want to steal Cena's moment? That's so weak of an excuse to me. So weak of an excuse.
you could have made this epic. This is already freaking fantastic. You could have made it epic.
But you could have came out for 5 minutes on the mic.
Something.
Anything.
Something.
Bro, that was rude. That was really rude. Okay, so Cena, that whole shit is crazy. Good for John Cena. He's officially the GOAT. Fucking, it's great to see.
We were there.
Child me is like really excited. Just like Child me is really excited about this Randy Orton and John Cena thing that they have going on. Hopefully they have a match at Backlash or whatever. But okay, so that was cool. We got that out of the way. Now,
That was a lot.
another impressive match was Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky, which I was completely wrong about. And Io Sky did keep the title at Mania.
Thank God.
Which was great. Which is what needed to happen, honestly. Io Sky, and now that they introduced Stephanie Becker, pretty fine. Ooh, there's so many words.
Bro, I'm glad. Whatever they're doing with the NXT women, bringing them up to the main roster,
It's gonna be great.
I think it's gonna be a really good.
And the Roxanne came out too,
And Julia.
Yeah. Oh, three. There's so many pretty women in one ring. Io Sky, so pretty and beautiful.
I love Io Sky.
I love Io, and it was man. She really did deserve it. Yeah, So a match that was slept on was her, Bianca, and dude, that match was
Bro, it started off the night.
Dude, it did.
Like people forget.
People forget that shit started off the night, dude. Oh, did you see what my baby Liv was wearing?
Of course, I saw what Liv was.
They asked DC. They were like, "Did you see what Liv was wearing at WrestleMania?" He said, "Yeah."
It was him and CM Punk.
Yeah. He said, "Yeah." Yeah. Oh my god, that was a cool one. I think it's funny that she lost it and then like the next day got it back.
That was so pointless. So pointless.
Why?
If that it's so
They did our girl Bailey dirty. By
I was
the way,
literally about to get into that. I was gonna say there's something a brewing right there with the Bailey situation.
Yes.
Because it sounded like once Becky Lynch said she was coming back, it was like, all right, Bailey, move out the way.
Becky went heel.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They're saying that she could join.
I don't like that though.
You don't like that? Let her be heel on her own.
Like I just don't see the point.
Damn, so Paul Heyman's full. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get
see the
there.
point.
So what we were saying about, what were we saying?
About Becky?
No, prior to that. How did we get
The women?
How did we get
Oh, we
into
talked about Bailey.
Oh, Bailey. Dude, they're doing her dirty, man.
Yeah.
They're doing her.
She did something, bro.
Oh, but before that, we were saying that Liv and that was so pointless for them to get it the next day, bro.
I'm telling you, whatever. Bailey either did something that like didn't follow by certain rules.
Something.
Because
you saw her, like she was talking on camera to
CVV.
Yes, and it was like she knew. She was like kind of like head down, like talking like she knew that she wasn't gonna perform the next day. You know,
there was something online that I saw that she and you know who Sasha Banks is.
Yes.
Okay. She's now at AEW under the name Mercedes Monet.
Oh, is that okay? Okay. No, I saw a video on that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like they support each other. Like they go to each other's events. And like she'll go to, if she's going to AEW knowing that, right? But she'll like obviously check in with like WWE and let them know that, and like she abides by certain rules. But there's something telling me like the fact that that's even a conversation being brought up, either she might have fact that. I think she might have fact that.
She fact that.
But I think a lot of people in the, like from what I've been reading, obviously I don't know, but there's like,
who was she supposed to have her match with?
She was supposed to be the partner.
The partner, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Honestly, I think she's the one that was supposed to turn heel.
Oh,
I honestly
that's
think
a hot take. That's a hot
because
take.
there's some. I think weren't they fighting for the Intercontinental, and then they got thrown into being a tag team.
Yeah,
it was something like that. No,
really, I don't.
I could be
that.
completely wrong.
I don't remember that. Remember that. Speaking of, we'll get into Dom because that night one of Mania was okay, folks.
Yeah, we started talking about night 2 immediately.
Yeah, night 1 was the build up into night 2. I think night 1 we had Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, which was really dope to see Jacob Fatu win the title.
I low-key teared. I looked away from you guys, but I low-key teared because I think it was either his dad or his uncle that jumped the barrier, and I was like, bro, a couple years ago this guy was in prison.
Yeah.
And now he's on the grand.
You saw that video I saw of him at like some event in the WWE, and he's cheering on the wrestlers, and he's in the crowd amongst the people. And like a year later, he's fucking at WrestleMania. So Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, dope. Jacob Fatu needed this dub, needed this title. LA Knight needs to move on and do bigger things. Yeah. So I thought that was really dope. Who else was night 1?
By the way, this might be the one episode where we cut each other off so much because we're so excited to talk about this.
Who else was night 1?
It started off.
What did it start with?
Well,
Lord, why can't I remember? I have to watch back again night 1 and night 2.
I'm so focused on night 2 that I'm like, who was night 1?
What was night 1?
Well, you had Charlotte and Tiffany.
Which a lot of people said Charlotte was sandbagging, and I could kind of
I definitely
like
see it.
Tiffy was trying to pick her up and like do certain things, and she was moving her body down and like not letting her do it. I don't know if the chipped tooth thing was real, though.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I meant to.
I don't think so. It might have just been a bad camera angle or something. And Alex, I'll send you the picture. We'll pop the photo in here. But yeah, I don't think that was.
She updated but she was all cut up too. You saw?
Yeah, that was bad.
There was one instance, and then maybe they're doing this on purpose so we could talk about it, right? But there was one when they were like maybe towards the announce table.
Yeah,
they it looked like they were really throwing hands. Like
really?
Yeah, like I was like, yo,
yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so that was night 1. That match was mid. I'm really not a fan of Charlotte's
Jey Uso
wrestling.
and Gunther.
Jey Uso and Gunther. That's what kicked off the night.
Yeah. Yeet.
And the fact that he hit him with a Uso splash 3 times
and then choked him out.
What they're saying is that the choke out, it's like a calculated move for Gunther.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into
it's in character.
I don't want to get into the details of it, but they're saying that it's a calculated move by Gunther, which I can see. Yeah, after knowing the explanation. Yeah. So that kicked the night off. That was really dope to see. I fucking yeeted my ass off. Shortly after that, what followed? It wasn't LA Knight and Jacob Fatu shortly after.
No, that'd been crazy.
Was it a women's match?
I'm trying to think what women fought. There were hardly any women's matches if you really think about it.
WrestleMania 41, right? 41.
Yeah, there were hardly any women's matches
on night 2. Really?
On any of it. Really, if you think about it.
What do you mean?
It was just 3 matches out of the 12 that were on the card.
It was just 3?
Oh.
WrestleMania 41.
It was 2.
Night 1.
It was the 2 championships and the tag team champion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you had the New Day and the Royal Raiders. We didn't watch it.
But New Day won, which I watched it back after. It was cool. Then
I think after that was Jacob Fatu, LA Knight. And then after that, I don't know if there was another match or if it was the women.
I don't know, man.
And then the main event. Because it was CM Punk, Roman Reigns.
Tiffany Styling, Strong Flair. I think it might have just been
that, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look it up, dude. Sorry, everybody. I really.
Wikipedia doesn't have it. Usually, it's on Wikipedia.
I couldn't. Let me just look up Wikipedia. But yeah, night one was a build up for night two. Well, it's everybody keep in mind it's technically one day. So we got half the day, which was the beginning of the card, which was and then towards the end it always gets better,
Yeah.
But
it kind of left you like on a cliffhanger, like there you go.
Okay, so night one. Darn it! The heck, dog. It's giving me like the ring announcers and shit. Like, what do I care? I want
to go to results.
Okay, night one, Jey Uso, New Day. Dude, Jade Cargill.
That match, and it was good.
It was good.
Don't get me wrong, but that match was quick.
Jade so fine.
Bro,
Jade.
That might have been Jade's best performance.
Yeah.
In WWE thus far.
Oh, and I'm sure somebody, whoever watches our podcast is screaming, like, fucking Grande Americano.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Grande Americano, Ray Phoenix. That was cool. What we were saying earlier about a Grande Americano is I think that they'll spill this into the AAA that they just acquired, and Grande Americano go over there and do those promotions. Super sick that they're doing it's Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank same day, in June 7th in LA. Is going to be fucking
You got to
insane.
choose one.
Do we?
Both, yeah.
One's at Allegiant. One's at Intuit, or one's at SoFi.
I don't know.
Are they both at SoFi?
No, that'd be weird.
That'd be weird.
I would assume Intuit to SoFi.
Yeah, okay. Stay on track. So Grande Americano, Ray Phoenix, super dope. I think Grande Americano will end up going over there and helping the promotion build. It is not fucking Chad Gable. Not Chad Gable.
I love everybody. I love the memes.
And Ray Phoenix, he did his thing.
Oh, bro.
Ray Phoenix did his thing.
He did his thing.
He's a really dope.
People were upset. I get why. Not upset. You want to see Ray Phoenix, but I could see why it was kind of dirty to do Dragon Lee like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, let's be honest.
Let's call a spade a spade. We're not paying to see Dragon Lee.
Yeah. Exactly.
We pay to see Ray
Love you, Dragon Lee, but
we paid
not in this.
Dude, and shout out to fucking Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. Before we get into this match, these guys fought for 32 minutes or performed for 32 minutes and 55 seconds. They fought. 32 minutes and 55 seconds. That's crazy. I think it's the longest match of the day.
Yeah.
Not counting entrances, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Because it has, I'm only assuming because it has
Randy. That was damn near an hour.
It has Randy Orton that's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's not counting the entrances.
Yeah.
So
that was an hour of shit.
Yeah, that had to be 50 to 55 minutes to an hour.
They gave us a fucking pay-per-view. They gave us a main event.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman.
Paul. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. You didn't this was odd. Why the fuck are two grown men fighting over Paul Heyman? I'm sorry I doubted you, Paul. This is fantastic.
Dude.
Hey.
Cinema.
Because fucking Paul Heyman knows how to do his thing.
God.
That guy needs to be in movies if he hasn't been.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be in movies. But I love the emotion behind, the CM Punk nut check was sorry, CM, there's business to handle.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
My bad, brother. You just, what's that shit called? Collateral damage.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just happened to be
wrong
around.
Place,
wrong time, player. Sorry, I had to go through.
You my dog still, but.
But the Roman Reigns nut check was
take that motherfucker.
he fucking.
Yeah. he laid it. Yeah.
It was like a dagger to the heart.
I'm not gonna stab you.
And that's good cinema, bro, because he knew that the CM Punk was that. It was let's get this dude up out the way. But the Roman Reigns one, people were gonna look as a dagger through the heart that just fucking.
And it's the fact that Roman Reigns was my dog.
He's my boy. That's right. And he turned he said.
Damn.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
That would hurt a lot of people.
Bro.
That would hurt a lot of people.
I said it when it was happening. Don't give your back to him.
He gave his back to him and it was over.
Oh.
Fucking Paul. Paul did his thing though.
Seth Rollins is he's about to be a megastar. Rock star.
Oh, he's out of here. And he deserves it.
Yeah.
And he deserves it because everything he's saying about CM Punk ultimately is true.
Yeah. He's carried the company.
It has credibility behind it. The crash out shit is funny. if they're really like, I don't believe they're like actually real cool behind the scenes, but like if they're cool behind the scenes and like they're using this story, like it's fucking amazing because him crashing out and shit is like how he supposed to really feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he should be crashing out.
I want to say, I would think they're just cordial.
Yeah, I would think it's just two guys at work type deal. Like, what's up, buddy? What's up? Yeah, good. Him and Roman Reigns have some funny content together.
Oh, bro, those guys are like brothers, dude. From what it sounds.
Yeah, from what it sounds like. But super dope match. Everything, fucking everything from start to finish. Just
I owe you dinner still, don't I?
Yeah, because he had the nerve.
Did we talk about it on that last episode?
I think so. He might have, but he had the nerve to say that motherfucking Roman Reigns was gonna come out last at CM Punk's event, or CM Punk's main event.
Sorry, I acknowledge my tribal chief at all.
And
bro, that was so sick. I'm so glad I got to see that.
Bro, that was good. That was perfect.
Yeah,
it was the way it was supposed to be. Seth,
what do you see? A cult of personality.
Yeah, that shit was tight. Yeah, that was tight. And then even Seth Rollins was cool.
Yeah.
Whoa,
dude, his shit is dope. When everybody's doing it, like
that shit was tight. Yeah. So, match was incredible. I think who won shocked a lot of people because, again, obvious pick was CM Punk, but we decided to go with Seth Rollins. I think what they're doing with the whole Paul Heyman thing is fucking dope. Now that they introduced Braun Breaker on Monday Night Raw and you know what's funny? It's like he's playing it like he's his dog.
Yeah.
Because he's touching him like, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy. So I feel like that's just going to be his rabid dog where he's like, hey,
get that.
Spear that motherfucker right there.
Yeah, no, that's bro.
Carlito, you better watch that now.
Bro, yeah.
Hey, that Carlito spear at WrestleMania was so good.
Yes. It was like needed. Yeah. Did you see the one? I think it was like that following Monday.
On Monday Night Raw?
Yeah. The next week. Monday before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like
the
Carlito,
one where
he looks and then he's coming out and
Carlito ran away.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, that was great. He speared the shit out of him off the table. That was dope. Yeah. But that's gonna be cool for Seth Rollins. It'll be like, hey, go get him.
Long term, it's going to be great to see Braun Breaker turn back on them. Because I have a feeling that they're going to treat him like he's just like the stupid meathead.
Yeah. And he's not going to.
And at one point, he's like,
and somebody's going to come in and say, like, dude, you have feelings, bro. Like, type deal. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you remember, bro, it's going to be a lot like when Batista turned on Triple H.
I don't remember.
Oh, if you could go back to like, just maybe right before he wins the Royal Rumble to like when he chooses, that's a long period. Yeah, but it's very similar because they're talking about Batista like he's fucking.
What era is this?
This is like maybe 05, right before. Right before John Cena like becomes a champion. Yeah. But they're talking about like,
bro, a lot of that old shit like I need to rewatch because that was prime. Like I was watching that as a kid. Like I know I watched it. You know what I mean? But I just need to because
That's the one where Batista tells him like.
Oh yes.
How epic is that? Like, I think Braun Breaker is going to get something very similar.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe he wins the Royal Rumble.
Maybe something or what they're cooking with Finn Balor is really dope.
Finn Balor's crash out, it might be the most epic thing.
It's going to be of Seth Rollins-esque.
Yeah, but he needs like to win some shit.
We'll get there. So that was night one in a nutshell. I think. Everything was dope. Tiffany Stratton was okay. Grande Americano dope. Fatu dope. Jade dope. Love you, Jane. New Day winning was cool. They needed to win something. They've been letting.
Have you seen Karrion Kross?
Yes,
dude. I'm loving it.
Yes,
I'm loving it.
He's like low key on a crash out too.
He's on a bro. Well, I mean, that promo he did on Pete Rosenberg's freaking show or whatever.
Yeah.
Crashed out. Basically called Triple H a bitch.
Yeah,
and then. Raw crashes out again. And then, but it's crazy because everything he's saying, like, it's coming, like, the New Day, he told him, get rid of the dead weight. They got rid of Big E, gets the championship. He's trying to tell AJ Styles, like, yo, play this way.
That to Big E, man.
I love Big E. No, I love Big E. But I think, but New Day was holding on to that bubbly
Yeah,
shit.
no, you're
because
right.
of
You're
them.
right.
So it's interesting. Karrion Kross's crash out.
Yeah,
might
his
be
crash out is
top
going to be
10.
legendary. His crash out's going to okay. New Day and Jey Uso and Gunther. All right, we got night 1 out of the way. We're going to night 2 shortly.
What would we rate night 1?
Night 1 out of 10.
I'd give it a solid 8.5. Nah, like a 9. Like a 10.
No, I'd give it a 8.5 was good.
Yeah.
Because it's 7 matches and I'm giving them 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually might give them closer to like 7.5. If we're looking percentage wise, I'm giving them 7.5.
Hey, but that walk back was tremendous, huh?
Saying about the walk back, dude, the walk WrestleMania as a full showed me what happens when you put 62,000 people in a hamster cage and and tell them to get out.
Yeah,
bro. Because was there one fucking exit?
So
people don't forget.
Yeah. The way we came in, I feel like if you exited that way,
like out through the back.
Yeah.
But where the fuck you gonna go that way?
Shit, easier to find an Uber.
True. How we did it, we killed though.
Oh, we killed under the bridge.
Under the bridge, baby.
You stupids went on top. You stupids got caught at the Excalibur. Guess what?
Under the bridge.
These two doofuses.
Dude, we were standing in line, and we're standing in by the chime bus, where everybody, if you went through, you know the chime.
If you
bus.
know, you know
the chime bus. So over there by the post WrestleMania stage and a chime bus, there was a big clusterfuck of people trying to get on a one bridge to go back to the Excalibur and back that way. So we were standing in line, and I'm telling him, I'm like, dog, we should go under the bridge. We should check. We were initially under the bridge.
Yeah.
And then we went back towards the crowd because me was over there. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And we noticed, and these two guys behind us, why would you go under the bridge? It's all highway over there. Like speaking to each other.
Yeah. Speaking to each other because
it took you fucking 2 hours to get home that night.
Because he saw some people sneaking off that way. And we were getting to a point where we were looking, we're like, dog, this getting
under the bridge.
Getting over the bridge ain't gonna make sense.
Under the bridge. So we went under the bridge, caught our Uber the first night, great. Second night, we run into construction that they're doing, which those stairs are clutch. Yeah. For Allegiant, that's gonna be clutch. Yeah. So they're building these. If you walk under the bridge, you go that way. There's these stairs that they're building. You gotta cross a little bit of construction signs to get in there.
It didn't say don't go.
It didn't say don't go, and it was fully built. So if you went up that, you went up the bridge, and you went back to, and you literally got to the Excalibur in like 10 minutes.
Bro,
like 10 minutes.
Legit, we got there like in
Now, granted, you had to play leapfrog on a highway a little bit. A
little bit.
It was one lane.
Kind of scary.
Kind of sketch because it's like a corner and there's cars coming.
You got
puestas. You gotta have puesta. You know. Yeah. So, we did that and it got back to the Excalibur in like 10 minutes. But night 2, now let's get into the matches.
Hold on. Our whole total of getting from Allegiant to the Link, we got there in legit like 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
No. I want to say closer to like an hour.
You think?
Because if Mickey took
an hour and a half, two. And we were
that man took 2 and he took the tram and he was like, oh, it was way better. Dude, if you'd have rolled with us, you got back to the hotel in fucking 45 minutes.
You would have showered, got out.
You'd have showered and got out in less time. But yeah, we killed walk both days and we were back at the Link in like less than an hour for sure.
Yeah.
So we killed that.
Night 2 matches?
Night 2 matches. It kicks off with Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea. Io, shout out to you. You're beautiful and I'm glad you got
I didn't pee night 2. Title. Put it that way.
I missed Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, which I need to go back and rewatch. So maybe you can elaborate on that.
I feel like that's a better,
short, 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's a better match to watch. I feel like that's a better match to watch on TV
because it's more, again, guys with traditional wrestling where there's just fists and then suplexes.
If people don't know, I'm gonna pull curtain back a little bit, right? But the ring has mics. Mm-hmm. You get me to amplify sound.
The Drew McIntyre selfies are great, by the way.
Yeah.
Word board, LOL.
And I think the mics went off in the stadium during that match because you couldn't hear a lot of the hits that they were making, like with the fucking with the stairs and stuff like that. So if I remember correctly, it was something like that. But that match Something I was reading somewhere that Damian Priest like got hurt during it, or like was like feeling some type of fatigue or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay,
So
I didn't know
maybe
that.
that's why I could have. It was
Maybe
cut
because you know
short.
what I was expecting? I was expecting Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
It should have been that.
It should have been that, like just a dog fight, you know?
Pause though, like that's a lot of meat being thrown around.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, like
It's a lot of meat also.
yeah, but Sami Zayn's a little bit smaller. You could throw him around.
Kevin Owens,
Same
no.
with Kevin Owens.
That's
But
a big boy.
he's a big boy. No, he's a big boy. But I mean, Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
That's like
14
6 foot
feet
mon-
and
yeah.
like 500 pounds just in between.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You
You're
know,
right.
so
But you could have done a lot more trash cans.
you know
a lot
what?
more-
Fuck the street fight. It should have been like a cage match or a Hell in a Cell
Yeah, it
match.
should have been something. So that one I need to go back and watch. Who won? Drew McIntyre won?
Yeah.
Okay,
And he
cool.
should have.
Yeah. He should. He's really dope. Dominic Mysterio defeats Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Penta by.
That was the most
He
beautiful.
pinned Finn Balor, right?
Yeah.
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 I just rewatched it today.
It was
Yeah.
the most beautiful thing I think I've ever witnessed, bro. Not in a like crazy way. It's just the fact that this guy went from being booed out of the stadium, whether people like this character or not, to literally the whole WrestleMania crowd like cheering for him, like dirty dumb,
Yeah.
dude. And then going butt crazy, like when he wins, that was awesome to see. Like the crowd just switch for him and really support
And like he
him and
ran
shit.
back and shit.
Yeah,
that was
that was a really awesome. And just to see somebody that you saw him as a little kid, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really cool. Like you
Yeah.
grew up with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out, man. And it was a really dope match. Finn Balor got something a brewing. There's going to be some betrayal in the Judgment Day. Something's going to happen.
Some sick, twisted
Something. Because Finn Balor low-key does deserve more wins. He got a win recently. Who do you fight like on a Raw? Somebody that
Yeah.
there was no way he was putting over.
I'm not. I don't remember
Whatever,
now.
but yeah, Finn Balor deserves more dubs because he's really dope and he's been with the company for a long
he
time.
needs his reward, bro.
Yeah.
He got one championship run. He got injured, and they haven't given him another one since.
But his character did low key lose aura though.
Yeah.
Like it really did. You know,
No,
but,
facts.
But shout out to Finn Balor, Randy Orton, and I believe in Joe Hendry. That's so
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That was one that
That's
it
so
was
fucking cool.
It was either going to be anybody returning or it was going to be Joe Hendry. I think everybody kind of figured that, and it was fun.
Honestly, no. Night 2 was okay though. Because me personally, I don't care about the Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. It was dope
That
to
was
see.
the one match I didn't care.
It was
about.
dope to see Becky Lynch come out and do the song and shit, right? Like that's cool, but whatever. Logan Paul and AJ Styles. I am a firm believer. Let me rant a little bit. I'm a firm believer in Logan Paul. The guy from one side of the ring to it's you at home. You get in the WWE ring. Fuck all this shit aside, right? Just get in there and get on the rope and do a backflip from one side of the ring
Yeah.
to the other side of the ring. And tell me that's not
the most difficult thing in the world. Like, or one of.
bro, like
I know
come on.
I couldn't do it.
Dude, the guy
I don't think I could
we
get
said
the
it on the
backflip.
last podcast. I don't want to be a Logan Glazer, but the guy fucking hit AJ Styles with 2 pulverizers, 3 maybe pulverizers now, which is very fucking impressive. Styles didn't match AJ's 2. If now AJ in his prime and Logan now,
You might have had some crazy.
Oh
shit.
my
But
God.
yeah, it just felt stiff.
it was stale.
Yeah.
It was stale. It wasn't very much going on. Logan still doesn't have the knowledge, I feel, to like read the crowd and like give them what they want, like a Cena, you know. Where
Logan's issue, and I've noticed it, is the fact that he practices his matches at home,
Mhm.
comes in and thinks that's the match that it has to be. And
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to work it on his on the fly type
Yeah,
stuff.
I feel like that'll come with time.
Yeah.
And that's why he hasn't won any serious titles.
Yo, you insert Logan Paul in that Seth Rollins crew.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
That's not bad.
That's nice. That's
not
nice.
bad.
So Logan Paul so this is what I'm saying about night 2. Logan Paul and AJ Styles was stale. A Becky Lynch match I don't care for. Dominic Mysterio dope. Randy Orton and Joe Hendry very short. I don't even want to count that as a match. That was just like a little like an intermission
Segment,
Like
yeah.
if you I mean. I got an RKO shirt in Vegas. I'm a fucking RKO guy. But if you didn't care for Randy Orton, that was your restroom break type thing.
Damn, if you don't care for Randy Orton, we
You're a
could
piece
have
of shit. Yeah.
conversation.
Or Joe Hendry, you know? But okay. So, right, 3 minutes. Dominic Mysterio, 10. That match was 10 minutes. Tell me why it felt way longer.
Yeah, huh?
10 minutes. Drew McIntyre. Yeah, low key. Question mark? We were there, right? I got to see what's dope about like going to one of those events now is like you get to see the emotion, the people getting into it, what it does for the adults that still are trying to keep that kid in them alive, what it does for the kids that don't know what it does for the adults with special needs, what it does for everybody else in between, right? The production, I'm a big fan of production. Seeing that production on a fucking drones and fucking cameras on strings and right, super dope production, super dope event. Bucket list checked off. I loved WrestleMania 41. I fucking loved it. But question to the crowd, was it mid?
I didn't think so.
Looking back at the matches, night one, you had the Cena with.
You said looking at it as
looking
a whole,
back
right?
at the match as a whole, right? Io Sky dope. Drew McIntyre, I really didn't like.
I thought it was dope.
Okay, so we'll count that in there. Dope. Dominic, dope. Randy Orton and Joe Hendry, I'm not counting as dope. Logan Paul and AJ Styles, I'm not counting as dope. Lyra Valkyria, I'm not counting as dope. John Cena, dope. 4. Night one. Weak, Tiffany Stratton. Jade Cargill, weak. New Day, weak. And another 4. So out of the 15 matches, you have 8 good ones. So it's about a 50%. Let's say like 60% leaning.
Yeah. But do swerves and
yeah,
like
because Paul Heyman.
You know what I'm saying? Does that also make it
I'm
like
just,
an 8?
We were there though. I'm asking for the people that were sitting at home watching it.
Sorry.
Was WrestleMania?
It wasn't mid.
It wasn't mid? If you'd have watched that at home, you'd have been like, fuck yeah. Like, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
I gotta rewatch it.
I gotta rewatch it. I loved it. I think it was dope. WrestleMania 41 was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Fucking great time. Kidding me is alive. The WWE store was super, super. We didn't get to go to WWE World. We chose not to. But super, super dope.
Yeah.
Whole experience was tight. But was it mid?
I don't know.
And I'm gonna clip.
You guys can answer that.
You guys can answer. I'm gonna clip myself fucking saying it was dope because I don't want fucking people coming for me. I was there. I was there. Okay,
Yeah.
It was fucking fire. That's my voice. Chanting. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
I'm only on the Let's Go Cena train.
Cena sucks. Yeah, WrestleMania is super dope. So as we were driving back from Vegas, it was Easter.
Yes.
The Holy Fire.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Dude, the Holy Fire is okay. So I thought it was like an all-day thing, but apparently it's like during a certain time when like the resurrection of Jesus occurred.
Okay.
That the Holy Spirit comes down.
This is what's believed.
Okay. That around the time, and it happened around the time that they're, I guess, assuming or know that the resurrection happened. So around the time that Jesus resurrected, these people were in, I believe, his tomb where he resurrected, and the fire wasn't working, bro. So it was like fire that, like, it wouldn't light. They said they wouldn't light in paper. It couldn't burn a piece of paper. There was a dude that was putting it on his bed and shit.
Yeah, yeah. We'll put the
video down below. But do you? And I believe somebody in the or somebody having to do with the church said, what was
Rest
the quote?
in peace, the Pope, by the way.
Rest in peace, the Pope. What was the quote, man? I don't want to misquote him. It was like, basically like saying, like, if you're a non-believer, like, what else do you need? Like what? Yeah. What else do you need to like show you that like he exists? You know what I mean? So I'm obviously a believer. I don't know if I want to. I'm a huge believer in God, and I'm right in religion myself, but I want to believe. I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, just because I believe in religion, I think that that's real, obviously, you know. So I don't want to like have too much of like a one-sided, I guess, point on it, you know, because I'm obviously going to believe that's real. Because how the fuck does fire stop working?
How does it not burn you?
For the atheist, right? Walk into Walmart, set a fire, and put it up to your face, and tell me how it goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You're just in a building or like in a place, in a structure, and you're lighting a fire, and all of a sudden, it doesn't work. It doesn't burn paper. Explain it to
Insane.
me. Explain it to me. Just like a side note, and we could shy away from that side note. What happened with those did you see what happened with the people getting turned to stone, dude?
No.
Okay. So an organization, I'm for the people just tuning into our podcast, if this is your first episode, I ain't Joe Rogan, okay? I'm gonna give you the facts as I see them and as I've learned them. Now, 90% of the shit I say is true. They had a 10% fact check. But apparently this organization, this is the 10% because I don't know what they're called. It's like a NASA-esque, like or a CIA or like a big US government organization. They acquired these files from like back in the day. I don't know if it could have been like an Area 51 type.
Yeah.
Right. So they acquire these files and they're going through these files and they find this thing where somebody with witnesses, with written testimonies, with facts to support it. They're saying that these soldiers in like the 70s or 80s, 60s maybe, unloaded clips into like a saucer type shit. They saw like a saucer in the air, unloaded a bunch of clips into it, and the saucer turned them to stone and drove off. And this is written testimony, like people that were there can attest to, like that saw it, that you know what I mean? So, and they turned their ass to stone, dude.
And so now we're barely finding out like this.
Now we're barely finding out that this was a thing. All that to say for all the alien guys like myself, aliens are real, bro. They've been real this whole time. They've been real
Wait
this
a
whole
minute.
time.
You just dropped a lot on me right now. So all's that to say is that got brought out to
Let me see if I can find the article.
To prove that aliens are real.
Let me see if I sent it to myself.
That's crazy, bro, when you really think about it.
Aliens are real, bro.
Yeah.
Aliens are real. Like,
no, bro. Like, what was it? The thing in like January or December where they were saying drones were in like New York?
Yeah.
And then that they're not human drones. What the like, how do you say that and then like just leave us like that? Like, well, you know.
Okay. This is from the New York Post. I don't know if they're credible or not.
They're pretty reliable.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. A declassified Cold War era file from the CIA has gone viral over its coverage of a supposed clash between Soviet soldiers and a UFO, passengers of which reportedly turned the troops to stone before blasting off. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the CIA acquired a 250-page KGB report. So I'm guessing that's KGB is like Russian intelligence.
Yeah.
Recounting the events that transpired after a platoon fired at a flying saucer over Ukraine. So the platoon from the KGB fired at a flying saucer that was flying over Ukraine. The report included eyewitnesses' accounts and pictures of the aftermath, which one American agent described as a horrific picture of revenge on the part of extraterrestrial creatures, a picture that makes one blood freeze. So apparently there's pictures to prove this shit. Bro, trip you out.
Yeah, no, for
and
real.
that's not a conspiracy. If this was just and I love that it's saying like if this was just the KGB and we got the CIA obtained these files, I get how it could be like, we don't believe it. But an American agent is now saying like backing this shit up. Yeah. And there's pictures to prove this shit. So, bro, if they were that advanced in the 60s, so whenever the fuck the Cold War was, if they were that advanced then, Bob, I'm telling you, we're under a microscope.
Oh, I think for sure.
Bro, how can we not be?
And if we are, you think they're looking at us like laughing like these two?
Bro, we're literally, I think in the galaxy terms, there has to be...
Respect.
No.
Oh.
There has to be a commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
That commander-in-chief were hamsters in a cage too, bro.
Yeah.
Like just watching us, like he watches probably everything else.
What other universes
he's fucking Thanos, whoever that guy is.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just watching all this shit going on. You know? But there has to be somebody that knows what's going on more than we do. Like there has to be another race of, I don't want to call it human, but another race like us that could walk, talk, act, maybe in their own language, whatever. Another species like us out there that's way more advanced.
No, for sure. Without a doubt.
If they're turning people to, bro, can we turn people to stone in 2025?
No.
Right? So they were turning people to stone in the 60s. Not only turning people to
you
stone.
throw like concrete on them and then hope they stay.
Dude, yeah, right. Yeah, right. What was it? put concrete shoes on you, huh? Like the mafiosos used to do. But not only do we not turn to people to stone in 2025, these motherfuckers were turning us to stone in the Cold War era and flying from wherever the fuck their planet is down to us and flying over Ukraine and shit.
And busting a bitch real quick.
Like, hold on, did they just shoot at us?
Yeah, did they
spin this bitch around?
You gotta show us not sweet.
Yeah. So if they were doing that, when was the Cold War?
Like the 60s.
Siri, when was the Cold War?
It happened from 1945 to December.
Dog. 80 years ago? If they were turning dudes to stone 80 years ago. What the fuck you think they can do to us now? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how many times Elon go to the moon. Okay, I don't care how many times. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's also a trip that like they stumbled upon these files.
Yeah, it was like they were acquired. No, they weren't stumbled. They were acquired.
Oh, okay.
They were acquired. It wasn't like we just ran. They're still acquiring files from all types of history, and so they acquired these files from wherever the fuck they found them, and that's what they found.
You think they've gotten like these instances have happened, and they just do everything to cover it up from us?
Hold on, What were you saying?
I said, do you think that like there's like situations that happen, and they just hide it from us?
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like they just like
100%, dude. 100%.
And like you get me because it's crazy to think like that happened during the Cold War. Like how is that not something that people are talking about?
Yeah.
Like how are we just finding out about this?
Just finding out about this.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, that was crazy. But side note, aliens, zombies, almost the same thing. The Last of Us.
I don't watch it.
Dude, you have to. If you enjoy good television, watch season 1 and watch season 2. For my Last of Us watchers out there, I don't want to spoil anything and I don't want to say exactly what happens, but for all the people that watch The Last of Us, season 2, episode 2 literally broke my heart. When what took place, it was literally, when's the last time you watched a movie and like your heart literally sunk, dog? Sunk. Like literally you felt the little cold, like honestly, you were just broken up with in high school, bro.
Ooh.
Like that little, like bro, it was so hurtful for me to see. Like, bro, I damn near teared up. The scene was so well shot, so much emotion behind it. The actors,
there's
wow.
This is one of those shows.
Wow.
I'm comparing it to, I'd say like a couple things.
If you're comparing it to The Walking Dead, you're doing it a fucking disservice.
No. I'm just saying like moments in culture history, because I feel like there's a lot of shows that I didn't watch in real time.
Did you watch Walking Dead in real time?
No, I never watched Walking Dead.
Yeah. I don't want to do Walking Dead a disservice because it is a really good show. But if you're comparing Last of Us to it.
No. I'm not even going there. What I'm going at is there was things like, for example, like Game of Thrones, when Ned Stark dies, and then when the Red Wedding. I feel like those were 2 episodes that shook. Like
still, when you rewatch it, like if you weren't watching it live, it was still
totally. But like when it was live, it's like you saw it all over Twitter. Another one is Ghost when his daughter passes away.
Yeah,
you get me. Like that shit, everybody hated Tariq after that. You saw it all over the internet.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I compare it to that, to where like I know I'm missing out on the end. This is what is it called? The Last of Us. I know I'm missing out on it because I don't know what happened. I can get a good idea of what happened based off like memes and what everything going on, but I'm getting that same feeling where it's like everyone's tapped in and it's a good show and you should watch it not even before it's too late, but where it's like, oh, you're barely watching that now.
Oh, it's amazing. The actor's so good. The story's so good. It follows the video game, which me as a nerd, because I really like the video games.
Okay.
So
I didn't even know it was a video game.
Oh yeah, it's a couple of video games, but they're following the video game, which is really dope. It's the first time that I felt so invested in a show where I almost teared. I fucking can't stand one of the characters. I love other characters. I'm rooting for other characters. So good. Tune into The Last of Us if you haven't. Yeah, I know you haven't. So tune into that shit.
I definitely. There's a couple things I need to catch up on.
Yeah. It's so crazy. But last thing I want to get out of here before I got out of here. Did you have anything else?
Did you hear about Shannon Sharp?
Oh, we'll go there because that deserves its own little.
Yeah.
And I have something else that coincides with that. But I was scrolling on TikTok the other day looking at random shit, and I see people People are crazy, dude. So people are paying now to go swimming from Alcatraz back.
What do you mean?
Like people are swimming from Alcatraz back. Like it's a challenge.
I've heard about this.
Like people do.
I thought it was like a marathon type thing.
It's something like that, right? But what tripped me out is like this was built as like to keep people in and like really torture people.
Yeah.
And now like there's the TikToks and shit out there. Like, look at us doing the Alcatraz swim. When like these guys probably tried to leave and got eaten by great whites, just couldn't make the fucking.
Bro, I don't get how people want to like that's one of those things that freaks me out internally. Like, how do you like swimming in the middle of the ocean? Like deep it's
a little sketchy.
Just fuck that.
That's a little sketchy. Bro, they're still finding shit at the bottom of the ocean that they don't even know. Like one just came up the other day, or there was like a fish that they came by, dude. But this fish, dog, it's like literally like so far down there that it hardly ever comes up.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time in like a
Ugly
fucking
shit
500
too,
years.
right?
Yeah, ugly as a motherfucker. Like looks like the ones that like. Let me look it up, man.
Loch Ness monster type shit.
New fish.
But anyways, I never understand why people like doing that.
New
Just swimming
fish that just
middle of the
came out.
ocean, Alcatraz. How many miles is that? That's like a good.
I don't know.
Good amount of miles.
Anglerfish is spotted on ocean surface for the first time. Rare deep sea fish known as the black sea devil. That's what it's called, bro. Bro, it literally looks, and Alex, I'm going to send you this one too so you can put it under there. Bro, it literally, look at the face on that.
Oh, gross.
Bro,
Yeah.
Can you see it from there, Alex? Look at that. Dude. That was at the bottom. So if that's down there, that ugly little thing is down there, imagine what other bigger, uglier, fucking meaner things are down there, bro, that we don't even know of, dog.
Don't even know what they're called.
Dog, the bottom of the ocean is a scary. The ocean is a scary fucking place.
But I'm supposed to be, a challenge to swim from Alcatraz to the, can you look up how many miles it is? Because if it takes a ferry 20 minutes to get there.
Miles is the swim from Alcatraz. Approximately 2 miles. That's not that bad, I feel.
Damn, maybe I'm tripping.
Maybe swimming 2 miles is like tough.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
But I feel like that's fair. Like if you were a prisoner in Alcatraz at the time and you were scared of 2 miles, or is it because of all the fish that was there more sharks and stuff? Was it shark infested waters?
I think 2 miles for a swim is pretty tough.
Is it?
I think
I might be talking shit, but
you have to think like
2 mile run is tough.
They do 400 meters for swims. 400 meters only like a lap around like a track.
Yeah, 2 miles might be a lot. All the swimmers, I'll take the swimmer hate. Correct me.
No,
if I'm
dude,
wrong. But 2 miles seems like a bitch ass swim to me.
Oh, really? I think it sounds fucking crazy.
2 mile swim sounds like a far thing.
I feel like if you're not conditioned properly,
yeah.
which most of those inmates for sure were.
Yeah, but dude, at that point you're not conditioned for it. But the heart, I feel like the heart comes into play.
Well, you know me.
Dude, if you're running from 30 years,
you know what? At this point, I think I would fatigue to the point of just like
just pass. Little bubbles go.
I can't believe that's a challenge though.
It's like one of those TikTokable fucking
There's
offenses.
one. They do something where like it's like a triathlon or whatever. You swim from there.
Yeah.
You get on a bike and I think you run too or something.
Oh,
like
that's
like
crazy.
A decathlon
I'm
or whatever it's
cool,
called.
man.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
cool.
I don't know
I'm
how
cool.
people are that crazy.
Yeah, I'm cool. But shit that used to be like a terror to people is now like a TikTokable. Like, look at
You see
me.
they brought back the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah, the ALS. My brother tagged me in one the other day. I told him, I ain't doing that shit. Man.
You're like, I paid my dues.
I paid my dues.
I just hate that
dude.
they're doing it to where like
They came up with it.
fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I didn't pay my dues.
I was fucking out there bumping Summer 16 and
You know what
doing
I'm saying?
ALS bucket challenges.
Yeah.
You weren't there. You weren't there in 2015, 2016.
If
homie.
you guys start doing the mannequin challenge, then we could talk.
Yeah. Fuck you. Black Beatles in the
Yeah.
city. Yeah, that was a good. We should do one. We should do it at the shop. But
Right.
we're gonna get into Shadow Sharp
Oh.
because as I think what happened is
It's a little crazy.
It's a little crazy. But I'm glad our boy Drewski got cleared.
Oh, bro.
It could have been love.
We still haven't
It
gotten
could
a
have
freaking
been.
reunion WrestleMania.
Yeah, what's up with that, dude? What's up with that?
That's a whole
Drew?
month.
Yeah, that's a whole month. That's a whole month. Oh, by the way, we ran into we'll continue on Drewski. Well, no, Drewski got cleared. They're saying that not only the day that the allegations came out were like 2018, but not only was he in Atlanta and he made like 15 calls that day from like cell phone towers that pinged from there, he was also broke with 98 cents in his bank account. So there was no way he was coming to California. So I'm glad Drewski got, because he's one of those guys that I didn't fuck with on social media like that, because I saw like everybody was like, and he was kind of dry to me. You know, some of his skits were funny, but some of them were dry. Most of them were dry. But now the reality shows like really got me hooked. But glad everything. Glad you're not a weirdo.
Yeah.
Glad you're not a weirdo. But what? The side note, at WrestleMania, we ran into so many famous people.
Yeah, bro.
At the Fountain Blue. Like, I didn't know that was the wrestling thing.
Right.
And it wasn't like running to famous people like, hey, oh my God, fucking whoever you are, let's take
It was like, oh, hey,
bro, it was like, no, but like they walked by us and like, it was like Ivy Nile like smiled at me. She was like, hey, you know, type thing. Hey, Ivy, by the way.
One of the Creed brothers, I complimented his
shoes and he gave us a head nod.
I think he thought I was going to be like, you're fucking him. But I was like, bro.
Fucking dope shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else would we run into that day?
I ran into the guy from Breaking
Bad.
Yeah.
And I said what up to Marab Dwavishvili.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we were driving down Fremont and Marab was walking with literally one other guy.
Yeah.
And I saw him from like his face, but this guy was like, is that Marab? And I looked at his face, but I'm like, I need to know.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of those where I saw it. And Marab, shout out to you because you were actually very nice in the exchange, but it was his nose. Then I saw it. I was like, that's fucking Marab, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Marab. And he looked like a little like sketch, like, is this a hater? Like, that's what it was like. Is this a troll? You know, and I just called him a legend. He was like, fucking thanks, man. And whatever. Cool guy. But all the guys they played on the screen,
like we ran
into in one way or the other. Super cool. But what were you saying about Shannon, dude?
Oh,
we'll get out of here on this.
Unk is
under fire.
Well,
under pressure.
So I don't know if you remember when Jay-Z was getting sued with all this Diddy stuff. Yes. That there was alleged stuff. Yeah. Remember he did a response that this lawyer's tripping.
Who?
That the lawyer that was suing him was tripping. Like he's just trying to get money. Like that's his whole shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shannon Sharp was in a relationship with a woman that was 20 years old.
20.
So
how old is Shannon?
56.
And he was 56 at the damn time.
Okay, so I think it's something where there's a 36-year age gap.
Whoa.
And she was 20 when they started.
Whoa.
It was all consensual. Or, you know, at least
20.
Yeah.
Was okay.
And shit just started to change, I guess. Like, she started like saying no to certain things. But then like, or no, I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. It's Shannon. She's basically accusing Shannon of grape or like non-consensual things.
Grape is good.
Yeah. And basically like saying just some outlandish shit that like she would choke him and stuff like that. Then there was
she would choke him, or
no, he would choke her. Sorry. And then there was a phone call that she recorded, and then like, but it like to him, he's like, man, I don't know why the fuck you say shit like that. And he's like threatening her, like, oh, I'll choke the shit out of you and stuff like that, right? So boom. Yeah. Like it doesn't make him look good. So they put that out there. He immediately responds and he's like, yo, this is all false. They're going to leak a sex tape that's like,
I thought Shannon Sharp's sex tape had already leaked.
No, but this is a different woman.
Okay.
She's like an OnlyFans girl. Like, I guess he was just like tricking her out type shit, like taking her out. I think there was an actual relationship with them. Like they just fuck around and whatnot. And then shit went south.
Yeah.
Like it went from like okay to no.
Yeah.
And then like that's where there is a very gray area because she's accusing him of certain things, and then there's phone calls, and then he's like, nah. And then he also pulls out like a fucking stack of receipts of like, look. And so all in these text messages is like she's telling him like, I want you to choke me. I want you to fucking.
So he got Trevor Broward, basically.
In a sense. And then like she says like it looks all consensual. Like she says like, I want you to put
his thing in her.
No, like it's very descriptive.
Okay,
I'll say it.
No,
because nothing bad. It's just like God, like I can't believe she said that. She's like, I want you to put a black baby in me.
Okay.
She does that, choke her out.
She a white girl?
Yes. Or like Latina, I think. Or Latina to white. One of the two.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp a freak though, man.
Yeah. And so like it gets to just basically he's a freak.
Yeah.
You know, but
if it was consensual, he'll survive.
yeah, so he's like basically he pulls out a whole statement. He's like, this lawyer is just trying to get money. Like, because they're asking for 50 mil. And he was gonna settle at 10.
Settle at dude. I'm settling at 10.
Because I think he was settling at 10 because he just didn't want none of this to get out. You get me? And because it doesn't sound like there's much guilt, at least based off the.
She should have took the 10, dog.
Yeah.
Honestly, 50 from Shannon is gonna be a tough one. I don't think he got 50 to give.
And so then,
I'm sure he got it, but
so then he's saying like, oh, he's gonna put out a sex tape that doesn't make him look good within this 2 minutes. He's like, don't put out the 2 minutes, put the whole thing, like so you can see.
yeah.
So it's a very interesting situation. It looks like he's innocent because there's some consensual like shit that he's actually provided.
Yeah.
But it does kind of look like a money grab.
Yeah.
And then I guess she also was like, she talks to him. She's like, oh, if you want to see my ass, $25K ass cheek type shit. And he's like, all right. So it's like Shannon's just a freak. But she
man, $25K ass cheek.
Yeah.
And she OnlyFans model?
Yeah.
Just pay for the subscription.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that.
So yeah, it looks
Bro,
like.
I'm telling you right now, ain't a woman on God's beautiful green earth that isn't my wife.
Yeah.
That, or wife to be, whatever. That, right? That isn't that. There's not that I will. I'm gonna say this. Even my wife, I wouldn't give no motherfucking $25K ass cheek for. Are you kidding me? Are you?
Strip club
Are
is
you?
cheaper.
I don't give a fuck how much money I have.
Yeah.
I don't care how rich I am. There's still things that are way too expensive. Look, it got me scratching.
So yeah, so
things that are way too expensive.
So he's under the microscope because of that. It's basically like it looks like a money grab, but who knows at this point? It's all alleged. It's all like it's still under, you know.
I hope he survives it because his interviews are actually funny and the shit he be saying with Chad. But all the shit he says with Chad Ochocinco is like, I already knew that you was a freak, bro.
Yeah. I know Chad's a freak, so I know you're a
sex
freak
tape
too.
that came out, like everything with of Shannon Sharp of Shannon Sharp. Yeah, I know he's a freak, but I hope he survives, man. You told me that you had a question for me.
This is a great question. I was watching a clip from the Joe Budden podcast, and they asked Wiz Khalifa, and I'm gonna ask you, what's one classic song, doesn't matter the genre, that you could just live without? Wiz Khalifa's was Return of the Mac.
Live without.
You could just.
Well, there's so many. Does it have to be a popular? Can it be like?
Yes, it's supposed to
like
be
a billboard, like a billboard,
like Thriller. Let's just say.
Okay. So
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, like a big song like that. Return of the Mac.
Wiz Khalifa said Return to the Mac. They
Really?
had some like rock ones too that they said.
Really?
Yeah.
Return of the Mac. Ooh, what's
so
one song?
I'm curious as what and to the viewers out there, I'm curious. What is the one song that's a classic to everyone, but to you, you're like, I could live without it.
Let me see. I don't know. A classic that I could live without. What was yours? I'm sure you had more time to think on that.
I've had time to think about it. I still am like, fuck, I don't want to say the wrong, like, I'm like, there's so much good.
There's so much good. But what's the bad within the good? You know what? Mine will probably have to be, just because off the top of the head, I can live without All Eyes on Me, the song.
By Tupac?
Yeah.
All eyes on me.
Little life of thug. But it's just, no, maybe not. Because then you start to think of the verse. I bet you got twisted, you don't know the trust so many play. Yeah, no. Can't be. That's that song, right?
Yeah.
That can't be All Eyes on Me. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I was immediately thinking of a Tupac song.
I was immediately thinking of
like
Pac.
Tupac.
Or I'm thinking of a, you know what? I could do without 50 Cent Candy Shop. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I take you to the candy shop.
I let you lick the lollipop.
Oh, I gotta think of the verse.
Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit
You
this
can have
spot.
it your way. How do
Whoa.
you want it? You better
Thing up, should I push up on it? Temperature rising. Okay, let's go to the next level.
Yeah, I can live without it.
Wow, okay.
How does a tea kettle? I can live without it.
I don't know without it. I don't know what mine would be.
I can live without Candy Shop.
Yeah, I don't know what mine would be.
I can live without Candy Shop. You know what fucking song? No, because I feel like that's universally hated.
Which one?
And I'm in Miami track.
Yeah,
I feel like that was like
I put the Las Vegas bitch on mine. I'm trying to think classic songs.
I know what song I can't live without. Brum, boom, 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 ba-dum. You know?
Maybe I'm not catching the beat yet.
Brum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom. Brum, boom, boom. Ain't enough?
Maybe not right now at the moment.
Brum, boom,
Maybe
boom.
I'm not catching the beat.
Not the brum, bum, bum. Ain't enough?
Let me see.
No way. No way. People gonna be yes.
Whoa.
How about this one?
Which one?
How's the? I hope it's this one.
Oh, wow.
Come
Yeah, oh, wow.
on.
You know what? I wasn't catching that.
This one song I can't live without.
I wasn't catching that mid part. Sorry, guys. That is my fault.
The brum, bum, bum should be enough. It's either Santa Claus or Get Low.
Yeah.
What's the Santa bum, bum, bum,
Yeah, I
bum.
was like, and that's where my fucking head
It's
was
either
going.
Santa Claus or Get Low. Ain't no difference. Yeah, that's what's all I can't live without, baby.
Okay. I don't know what mine would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe this is for the next pod.
Yeah.
The next pod. But
Man, I was gonna say "Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac, but I don't know if that's a really classic. But I could.
that ain't a classic. That ain't a classic. I'm thinking,
I'm trying to think rock songs, but then I'm like, fuck.
rock. No, there's so many good rock songs.
Every rock songs I like.
You know what? What's one artist you can live without?
Ooh.
Like, not God always bless them, and I hope they have whoever we name is always in good health and lives a long time. But musically, what's one artist that you could just? I'm cool. Like everybody's like, yeah, and you're just like, I'm cool.
Who's yours?
Honestly, man, nah, I can't do that to my childhood. I talked a lot of shit about M a little earlier.
You did.
I talked a lot of shit about Eminem earlier, but the fucking stands are gonna come for me. No, it's not him. I fucking love Eminem. I fucking love him. My favorite rapper ever. Hey, Fat Joe.
I could do it. I could live without Ja Rule.
Always there when you call. Always. You can live without Ja.
Yeah, I could live without Ja.
Okay, I can live without Fat. I can live without Fat. I can live without Fat Joe. And would it be Fat Joe for me now? Because honestly, I don't want to do him like that. Because I sent him a message back in the day about my music, and he responded and shit. So
Yeah, I remember
cool.
that.
Yeah, it was cool. I
Wow,
can't do
Fat Joe like that.
I won't do Fat Joe like that. You know what? I'm gonna change my shit from Fat Joe. I'm gonna change my shit from Fat Joe, and one artist I can live without is French Montana.
Oh, yeah.
He said, that's a perfect one. Now let's get the fuck out of here. No, but yeah, I can live without French Montana. Shout out to you, French. But no, turn that off. And then it was cold is that he tries and he comes back and he tries and he comes back. The braids get tighter every time. It's like,
I was gonna say,
French.
that's one guy where you see him with braids, you're like,
That's one guy you see on TV, you like, damn, man, here go this motherfucker to ruin us. You know, I don't know
what song I could live without? Ice Ice Baby.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Are you sure?
No, but yes.
Are you sure?
No, but yes.
Are you sure?
Ice Ice
Are you sure?
Let's
Let's play that all the way out.
Yeah.
Sure. You're sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it's,
Come on.
Okay, maybe not. I'm sorry, Vanilla Ice.
Pressure. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
That's shit the K. Come on. It's all related.
And listen.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll see.
Y'all have a good one.